Hi, good morning. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. Thanks for joining me for another Tea and Techniques episode. So I just tried to come on live. This is going to be my second try, and I just wanted to make sure I could find myself in my feed so I can follow along. But today we are going to be talking about the peek through technique, and here's the card I'm going to make with you live, and I'm featuring the Pretty Perennials Bundle. So here is the stamp set, and then it's got a fun dies that coordinate, and it's in our January to June mini catalog. So if you have it in front of you, this is what it looks like. And if you're watching this live or in the next couple days, it's the end of May 2021, and this bundle is unfortunately going to retire in about a month. So I'm on page 31. Here is the bundle, and I love it so much. I'm so disappointed it's going to retire. So I think somebody found me live, so it looks like I'm going to be able to see myself in my feed. So I was having trouble seeing myself. Oh, good morning, Janine, you found me. That's great. This was my second try. So yeah, it's Memorial Day weekend, so hopefully you guys are all having a great holiday weekend. The weather here is terrible. Raw, cool, about a high of 50. When it was 90 a couple days ago. So I'm going to keep the video pretty short today. So I'm going to point my camera down at my station and make sure I can see myself, and we will get stamping. So let me know if you have any exciting plans for the holiday weekend. I would love to know. And thanks for tuning in, whether you're catching me live here or watching the replay. So again, here's the card. Super simple. I actually took the box kind of as my inspiration. So the pink and the black, I used Blushing Bride, and then the designer series paper that is going to retire. So I'll go through some of the products that are going to retire, and let me know if you'd like me to do like a catalog walkthrough on this Tuesday, June 1st at 3 o'clock Eastern is when the January to June retirement list is going to come out to the public. So I can tell you right now is that there are some items that are going to be up to 50% off. So I'll send out an email. So if you're not on my email list, make sure you hop on that, because I'm also going to start a summer promotion on Tuesday, June 1st. So I'll have all the details posted to my mailing list. So this is definitely not difficult at all, but you kind of have to figure out what you want to do first. And I actually wanted to cut out my peek throughs first. So what I did is, because then I can kind of find out where I want to stamp. So I wanted to have the larger flower I wanted to have one larger flower and then the two smaller flowers, and the smaller ones are my peek through, so you can kind of see the black through the Blushing Bride. And you could do anything behind here. Actually, I'm going to show you another sample that has the glimmer paper behind it after I show you how to make this card really quick. So the first thing you want to do is do your peek throughs. So the Blushing Bride is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then the basic black is 3 3/4 by 5. So I actually just cut out 2, but what you want to do is do your large flower first, so you can kind of get the placement of where you want your larger flower. So let's just stamp this. I did stamp one earlier just to get it out of the way. But I am just going to bring over my Pierce mat and do all my stamping actually. It's just probably easier to get it all out of the way. So the large flower, I just did full strength Blushing Bride. And then I cut it out with the coordinating die. So that's what I was showing you. So this is just a 2.5 by 2.5 basic white piece of cardstock. So once you cut it out with your die cutting machine, it will look like this. And I had oh, you guys, this was like an amazing week. I stamped with people in person for the first time in my house, in my home, in 14 months. So I had 2 sessions on Thursday, but on Tuesday I also stamped at a friend's house with people. So 3 times, I guess, this week. Here's the little birthday, and this is the stitched rectangles. This was just left over from my stamp camp on Thursday. So I'm just gonna stamp the little birthday on there. And then let's go back to the little piece, that's the Blushing Bride piece. I'm gonna put these to the side. Now you can kind of see how I want my placement. I want the larger flower to one side, the 2 little ones for the peek through, and I want to stamp my happy over here. And you can kind of mess around with exactly where to put your peek throughs. When I first was working on this card, I actually thought I would do the peek through for the larger flower as the peek through, and then I started playing around and thought, you know what, it looks so cute with the larger flower and then the 2 little ones. Okay, so I've got my happy on there and memento. So all my pieces are stamped. I'm just gonna get the pierce mat out of the way. And let me show you the other layers, all the other pieces, how I did this. Okay, actually it probably makes sense to just start adhering. So I have my basic black, and this is gonna go, and you'll see why I did that side, because I have a smudge here and I probably could have covered it up, but I wanted to go with the non-smudge side. So again, the Blushing Bride is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then the basic black is 3 3/4 by 5. And I'll put the measurements below. So here's the little flower die that does the peek through. So all I did is I put this on my Blushing Bride and ran this through my die cutting machine. And what you'll see is it cuts this out, but then inside it gives you this little flower. So I'm just gonna take my Take Your Pick tool and pop these out. So in one crank through the Big Shot, you get it to cut out the black, cut out the pink, so you get the black through it. That creates that peek through look, and then you get the inside to come out that you can layer. So see, just like that. So I've got 2. And then for this larger flower, I cut out a 2 by 2 Blushing Bride. So I'm kind of going tone on tone. I really like to do tone on tone a lot. So you could mix this up and do multiple colors if that floats your boat. So let's get these little guys on there. I did the little ones first, and then I'll just do the sentiment, the little embellishment I did on the sentiment. So again, I'm using the Pretty Perennials Bundle, and this is going to retire in about a month at the end of June 2021. It did not carry over. Okay, I'll just do Seal. So with the Seal Plus, I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus. I kind of do loosey-goosey, my thumb here, and then kind of like 2 fingers, but I'm pretty loosey-goosey on this. And then I just go straight and then pull up. So I know some people have still been struggling with it, so I'll still try to use it. I like to use it on my white. And then for this guy, I'm just going to do a little bit of adhesive. With the liquid glue, a little bit goes a very long way. And I should have got my placement beforehand, but I believe this little guy, he kind of sort of has the shapes, but I think that's fine. Okay, so let me do my little sentiment embellishment. I have a piece of the Love You Specialty Designer Series paper. I'll put all the products I use below. This was the Valentine paper. So one side is floral and then this side's polka dot. But this one's gonna retire also. And the paper and then the ribbon, this is the Blushing Bride metallic ribbon. These products are while supplies last. So when that list comes out on Tuesday, June 1st, 2021 at 3 o'clock Eastern, these things are while supplies last. So these things could potentially sell out this week. So this piece is 3/4 by 3. And I may, since my peek throughs are in a different spot, I may have to kind of trim off a little, or I could go cover it up a little from my original. And then this was just a 3 1/4 inch piece, and I just cut the ends on an angle. So I just want to make my little, I just want to get my pieces how I think I want them and bring over my birthday. So I might cover up some of this flower depending on my placement, but actually, what I can do is I go to my card base, so see where I'm gonna go over the edge. So I just did a thick, basic white card base. So I have a little bit of wiggle room. So let's put on our designer series paper. If I end up over the edge, I can always cut it off a little bit. And I did, but that's fine. I'm just gonna cut it off with scissors later. And my ribbon's gonna go a little bit over too, but that's okay. I'm just gonna put a couple glue dots, and I have glue on my finger, so it's probably gonna get stuck to my finger a little bit. Not a big deal, because I'm gonna then put a couple glue dots on my sentiment. I'm just putting a couple in the middle, thereabouts, and then just cover this up. So you actually barely see the polka dots, but they're there a little bit. And then what I can do is come over here and trim this off with my paper snips. So voila, I ended up cutting a little bit of the ribbon too, but it's actually cute. It's kind of got a banner on this end, and then for my final embellishment, I took some of the opal rounds. I've been using these like crazy. So I just took 2 of the smaller ones for the smaller flower, and I know I just touched it with my fingers. I normally kind of move it with my fingernail and then pick it up with my take your pick tool, but sometimes they just go wherever they want to go. There we go. And then one larger one. These ones, it's really hard to tell the sizes because they're right next to each other. Like this is a large and that's a small, but it's like you really need to look closely. So that is it, okay? That is so cute. And a great birthday card to have in my stash to send out for a upcoming June birthday. So here is the original sample. And again, I'll put all the measurements I use below and also on my blog at christinestamps.blogspot.com. But I wanted to show you another card with this technique. So this was one, I think we did it in a stamp club with another demonstrator. But it's the same technique, but it's got the shimmer glimmer paper behind it with the butterfly cut out and then a sentiment. So you don't have to go as fancy as doing like the 3 flowers. You can just do kind of a 1 focal point. And this is such a cute card. You could put any sentiment there. So this could totally be a birthday or a thank you or anything that you wanted. So that's just another idea with this same technique. And let me mention a couple things. My May host code is XFB29F2S. So I will be closing that out tomorrow on May 31st. So if there's anything that you are looking for, or I inspired you with this card today to add these products to your shopping cart, I will put my link below on where to place your order. If you do place an order today or tomorrow, I will send you the make and take projects from my Friends Are Like Seashells Stamp Camp that we just had last week. So it's 4 cards and 1 gift card holder. And let's see, tomorrow, May 31st, actually ends our Join Plus special. So I just wanted to touch upon that quickly before I sign off for today. But it's $155 a product, and you get free shipping, and you pay $99 plus tax. So you're getting $56 free plus the free shipping. So it's an over $70 value free. So if you want to talk today or tomorrow about joining the fun and being a part of my stamping group, please let me know, either text, email, or call. And again, that special ends tomorrow, May 31st. So I'll put more details below in this video with details about that. So let me bring it up. Thanks so much, Janine. Have a great weekend, everybody. And again, that last chance list for the January to June 2021 catalog comes out this Tuesday, June 1st, 2021 at 3 o'clock Eastern. And I will have something out to my mailing list that evening. But if you want me to do a kind of like catalog walkthrough of what's retiring and what's carrying over, just leave me a comment on this video, either on Facebook or on YouTube, and I will put that into my calendar for this week. So thanks so much, everybody. Have a great rest of the holiday weekend, and I will see you next week. Fingers crossed. I am actually going to be traveling next weekend, so I'm hoping that I'll have strong Wi-Fi and be able to do a live from where I'm at. So stay tuned for that, and have a great week.